With YouTube attacking alternative media, please consider supporting the channel via Patreon for just $1 per month. Link below. Hey, what's going on, everyone? My name is Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater, and Netflix, man, they never seem to not be doing something interesting. And even though their quality of content feels, at least in the last couple months, to some extent has kind of gone down a little bit, at least in terms of critical reception, which they clearly don't give a crap about, but still, that's been a thing. They're not showing any signs of slowing down. We're currently 2 months in to the year 2018, a year where they're going to be spending a record $8 billion on content. And here we're seeing that Netflix is to have around 700 original movies and shows available in 2018. Damn. Right? But the real question here, obviously, is will any of it be any good? It's Netflix, so the answer to that is probably yeah, more often than not, or more likely than not, but there are probably going to be a couple duds or stinkers intermixed. Now, it says here, Netflix's original content ramp is showing no signs of slowing down. In fact, if anything, it's speeding up. Netflix CFO David Wells said that the streaming company wants to have somewhere between 700 original shows and movies on the service in 2018, using that previously revealed budget of around $8 billion earmarked for original content. But here's a question, though. Okay, Cloverfield Paradox, while not originally created for Netflix, was purchased for, I think, $50 million, it being a $40 million movie. And is that considered a Netflix original? Well, yeah, at this point it is, obviously. So that's the kind of content you're looking at. Not everything will be specifically manufactured from Netflix. A lot of stuff will probably just be purchased on the side and brought in as a Netflix exclusive. Now, speaking at Morgan Stanley's Tech, Media, and Telecom event, Wells explained that the new shows and movies that Netflix created is doing its intended work, adding new subscribers to the platform. Since people continue to sign up on the back of new content, the company's belief is that it should continue to produce it. Though Wells also qualified that it's not solely committed to one approach or another when it comes to content acquisition. 700 original shows and movies are a lot, but it makes sense when you look more closely at the frequency in which Netflix is releasing new original programming these days. It's also building a lot more international original productions too, including 80 set for this year. And that's the thing, they're just going to keep cranking out content because audiences will keep just engaging in the content. To be honest with you, as excited as I am in 2018 for movies, and I am, clearly, there are more things coming to Netflix this year that I am more hyped to check out. And that I think has a lot to do with the fact that we're in the golden age of television. We've been there for a long time. It's showing no real signs of slowing down. Big A-list talent is migrating to television, both on networks and cable and streaming services, simply because they like that it's a more expressive world and they actually get to dive into these characters and get to act, which ultimately is what actors want to do. They want to act. Now, it does finish up here by saying, you do start to wonder about how quality can be maintained when you're aiming for that much original programming in that span of time. The answer, though, might actually be that quality really isn't as important as a factor as you might expect. Yeah, that could be argued. That could be argued, especially if you look at the 4 Adam Sandler films that have come out, or I think they've done 3, or I don't know if they've done the 4th one yet, but I know the 3rd one's come out, and I know that they signed him for 4 more. And while Netflix doesn't release the data for for how many people have watched, they know that there's been a lot of people that have watched Adam Sandler movies. Now, Netflix has got a lot of ribbing for its original holiday movie slate this year, for instance, which included a Hallmark Channel-style fare. There's a lot that falls into that middle-of-the-road category these days, in fact, and yet it seems like someone's watching it and Netflix subscriber numbers continue to grow. And this is where I think some people don't quite realize that when it comes to Netflix, ultimately, what you have here is you've got 100 million people. 100 million people subscribe. Those people are not all going to have the same interests, right? As much as I like, let's say, the Marvel series, and I like, American Vandal, and I love F is for Family, and I loved Big Mouth, and I love those kind of shows. I was really disappointed that they canceled Disjointed. I found that show to be quite funny. I really, really liked it. Not everyone is going to like those kind of things. There's somebody out there, according to Netflix's Twitter account, who watched The Christmas Prince like 57 times in a row, or 57 days in a row, to which case they asked the question, who hurt you? Clearly trying to play the Wendy's social media game, and they do okay. But this is kind of where it's at, is they have so much title content on there that they're going to find an audience. And I know that this author here, this Daryl Etherington, who clearly did not format this article well enough, it's riddled with errors, doesn't understand that there are people out there like my mother who loves Hallmark, loves Lifetime movies. She doesn't have cable TV right now. She uses my Netflix account, right? She watches those movies. Those movies are made for my mom. Now, granted, my mom doesn't pay and I pay, but my mom is still a subscriber, and my mom is still a potential word of mouth pusher for this type of content, which could lead to some of her friends who like the same type of content to go to Netflix in the first place, or go over there based upon her recommendation. That's why this content is there. That's why they're sending out so many original shows and original movies. They are just trying to cast a wide net in order to get everybody in. And you know what? It's gonna work. But I want to know your guys' thoughts about this. Be sure to let me know in the comments below. My name is, of course, Matt Jarbo. This is $3 Theater. If you haven't already, thumbs up the video and subscribe. And if you want to win a copy of Justice League on Blu-ray, I'm giving one away on March 10th. That will be happening then. Be sure to subscribe to the channel and comment below in order to be eligible. And if you guys just want to see more content from me, which I really hope you do, you can do so right now.